can I eat today? Because what if, you know? We're in such like this world of abundance, and people think like it's always going to be there, and they just whatever they want they get, and you get it in 6 minutes or yesterday. You know, you can get any food any time of the day anywhere, and it's nuts.
How muddy or treacherous do you think we're going to be?
Oh, there's been no rain, so I doubt there's going to be mud. We're probably not going to pull if there's a lot of walking. I don't think you're going to need boots.
Okay.
Boots, like I just use my,
Yeah.
this is just my standard attire.
Sweet. This is mine. Okay. Ooh.
So what basket would you like?
There's so many to choose from. Wait, this is beautiful. Did you make this one?
I did.
This is great. This is grape or kudzu?
Grape, I think
Grape.
that one was.
Oh, this is a little cute one too. You've got good baskets.
I like it because things are.
I'm very excited.
When I had my child 25 years ago, 26 years ago actually, I started getting into the homesteading scene. I wanted to know where my food came from, how I can grow my own food, how I can make my own medicine, keep my family healthy, and learn to can, all those kind of good things. Well, that just naturally fell into my path that is today. I got into herbalism, and I learned everything I could about all the wild plants and local medicine that's around us. And I studied with one herbalist for about a year, and I learned clinical herbalism, but clinical herbalism wasn't really for me. I was really drawn to foraging and knowing what's right in our backyard and what we could eat and what we could use to make medicine from. And stories help people learn.
Yes,
I think.
right.
And associating things with what they look like. Like I used to teach preschool too.
Uh-huh.
So I would tell people, well, let's look at this turkey tail and feel it. You know, a lot of people don't like feel it. What does it feel like? Is it soft? Is it fuzzy? Is it, velvety? Yeah. And then it gets the people to actually have hands on and not just say, is this a turkey tail? Is this a turkey tail?
Yeah.
And they see it. And then look at the back and examine it and feel it and check it out that it is all white and stuff like that.
Right.
So, yeah, and when you associate things with other things, it kind of helps learn too.
Yeah.
And we just call it, like most of the time we just call this perilla, just plain perilla, because one of my students actually corrected me that shiso is a little bit different, but it's in the same family.
Yeah, it's more...
Perilla frutensis, so... But I'll grab if you want some of the large leaves, and if you want me to make the little pickling stuff tonight,
gosh.
you can have them tomorrow.
That would really make my day.
I'll get some rice. 30-ish.
Sunflowers to throw on top of some leftovers that we've got. Oh, what is this stuff? Where did that come from?
The whole stack.
Ah!
It's so good. Cooking pretty food and cooking wild food is definitely something that I like to do, and I like to share that with others as well. And I do have a wild foods cookbook that I created with a friend of mine, and it's about our adventures in the woods and things that we've collected and foraged for and what we can make with it. Because a lot of times people think, oh, okay, great, I can identify this plant, I can identify this mushroom, but now what? What do I do with it? Lots of pretty chickweed here.
Yeah.
You have the same variety by you?
I haven't seen much. I've only seen it very, very young in Ohio so far. This is similar to what I saw, I had
like
up
3
in
different
Massachusetts.
kinds.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you can always tell it by its opposite leaves, and then when it has the flower, it looks like 10 petals, but
Right.
it has 5.
5.
But this is the one that did it for me.
For you, that's funny.
I love it. It just tastes like spinach or green beans to me.
Yeah.
Makes the best pesto ever.
Yeah. It is crazy to me that this is the one, this is like one of those top 5, top 10 that herbicides are always trying to like knock out.
I know. It's
There's
ridiculous.
so much food that is just...
So much food that is wasted. Where you come through over there in Monroe, it's like there's so many poor communities over there, and I think, look at all this food in these areas.
Yeah.
And people just don't know. My husband and I moved down to Georgia to our farm, Bellavista Farm, about 32 years ago. We moved from New York. It was such a difference coming down here from up there in Long Island, and we had all these wide open spaces. At the time, we only had 7 acres here, but then we've since grown to 24 acres.
Do you know this, the acorn whistle?
I can't do it.
You can't do it?
Nope, can't do it.
I feel like I'm usually pretty good at
I can't
helping
do it.
people.
Let's see.
Do you want to? Okay, it's going to be loud.
Find me one.
Oh, I got you one right here. This one's pretty wide though.
I'm like, oops, spastic.
You might need a smaller one. So the goal is to get, your knuckles, your thumb knuckles, like kind of pressed against each other, so that when you look at it, there's just a tiny
Hole at the bottom or at the top?
at the top, a tiny triangle.
Okay, like that.
Yeah, and then you're gonna put your bottom lip on the knuckles, or like your lips are gonna kind of cup your knuckles. You're gonna blow over the knuckles into that triangle. I believe in you.
Wow!
It's loud, right?
Yeah. Oh, he came. You called Levi.
Oh. Hi, Levi.
Oh, I lost
here, wait.
it.
You pretend to do it and I'll do it in the back.
How come I did it and now I can't do it? All right, I gotta do this.
You're so close.
Hyperventilate.
I believe in you one day. I think it's gonna happen. And kudzu is quite invasive, correct?
Oh my God, yes, it grows a foot a day. It's the vine that ate the South. That's what they call it.
And I heard from what I understand, it was originally brought in as like a positive. It was designed to be a kind of
Stop
a crop to
erosion.
and help stop erosion
And feed cattle.
and feed cattle. And so this one's a really interesting case of the way that good intent can ultimately do harm and damage the environment.
But you know what? If people would learn to eat it, you could stop a lot of starvation.
Exactly.
A lot of kudzus on all the poor communities, especially when you go through Monroe, that one area. If they learn to use it as a pot herb, they could eat it. It's high protein, super high protein.
Is it?
Yes.
Huh, I didn't know that.
So,
Yeah. So I've never tasted it before. So we're gonna find one that is.
try to find you a healthy one.
Yeah,
I was
healthy
looking
one.
at
We're a
that
little late
little
in the
one.
season,
We are
but-
late.
What about that little guy
This one in my hand.
to the right?
This one right here.
Are those guys?
Oh yeah, those look pretty good. Let's see. Yeah, try one of
Yeah,
them.
these are pretty
They're
good.
very toothy, like I said. So you know, toothy, chewy, fibrous, kind of like eating plantain.
Oh, I'm
know?
I'm cool for it.
Yeah. So just take a
then
little bite.
When I break it apart, is it gonna?
No, it's not going
I
to pull
see.
like the. It doesn't have hairs. Just takes a little while to chew and get
Oh,
down.
I see.
Yeah,
Oh, it's nice. It's
Yeah.
pleasant.
just a very green herb, right?
It's like the front side of a maple leaf without the bitter on the back end. Yeah. Super pleasant. Super
And you can
mild.
use those as wraps, and you could roll them and chiffonade them and put them in
Yeah.
pasta and stuff.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
It's just interesting how far we've removed ourselves from, you know, nourishing ourselves with what's nearby.
I know, exactly. It's my goal to get people back. You too. Our goal to
Absolutely.
get people back to their roots.
Yeah. Food, we gotta be eating food with deep roots.
We don't want food to go away.
Oh, this looks gorgeous. Wow.
So pick whichever, and you can.
Wow, they both look really beautiful.
People think, oh, okay, great. I can identify this plant. I can identify this mushroom, but now what? What do I do with it? So I teach them what to actually do with those plants to make medicine or to turn it into a beautiful pesto or create like stuffed mushrooms, stuffed morels with crab meat and cream cheese, to create desserts with foods you wouldn't even think about, like using chanterelles in a bread pudding or making a syrup out of candy cap mushrooms or chanterelle mushrooms and pouring it over ice cream or pancakes. So you can tell I am very, very passionate about what I do, and I really love sharing with others my passion. I guess that's it.